Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here I'm going to talk you through the features of all of the drive-away awnings from our touring collection. These awnings are in two different sizes, where we have the standard version, which will fit vehicles between 1.8 metres and 2.2 metres, and the tall versions here will fit vehicles between 2.4 metres and 2.9. All of the fly sheets in the entire collection are all the same, and this is our Outex 4000 material. This is a completely waterproof material with a hydrostatic head of 4000 millimetres. How we get that is by fully PU coating the inside. We also tape all of the seams as well, and that of course, as I say, means that it's waterproof completely. The frames that we use throughout the collection are actually a combination of steel poles and fiberglass poles, and the fiberglass poles are our Duratec. So what you'll find is all of the side poles are steel and all of the roof poles are the Duratec fiberglass. So this is actually very, very stable. We've tested all of the awnings within the collection to a wind speed of a force 9 from the Beaufort scale. Now, the awning that we have behind me here is the Country Road, but what I talk about in this film will also apply to the rest of the awnings within the collection as well. So on all of the awnings within the collection, you'll find we're using very large windows. All of these windows are tinted as well, so these serve two key functions, one of which is to reflect the glare from the sun from the inside, keeping you a little bit more comfortable, and the second is, of course, that they're going to give you great privacy. What you'll find is we are using our wind stabilizer throughout this collection as well. So this is actually what allows us to have these tested to a force 9 on the Beaufort scale. How it works is with the Velcro tabs that you can see. These are attached to the poles on the side of all the awnings. There's one at the top and one at the bottom here. This is then where we have the guy lines attached. So when we wrap these round the poles and pull the guy lines out into position, it pulls the fly sheet against the frame and makes it much more taut and therefore much more stable. The guy lines themselves, you can see here, are our classic luminous guy lines from Outwell. So these are nice and easy for you to be able to see when it's a little bit darker in the evenings. And they all have retainers as well, so when it comes to packing the awnings down, you can simply wrap these up in your hands and pop them into the retainers so that the next time you come to set the awning up, you don't have a mess of guy lines that you have to waste your time untangling. All of the awnings also feature our aero-effective ventilation. So this is where we have this sleek and streamlined look, but it's also very effective because underneath we have a mesh panel which allows cool fresh air into the awning. Of course, keeping you that little bit more comfortable if it's quite warm, but it also will reduce the condensation as well. If it does get too chilly, these are easy to remove. We have the tabs just underneath here, so we can just remove these and press down, and these will fold away. So a really big and important feature of all of the drive-away awnings in the touring collection is our link access zone. So this is the area that sits between the awning and the vehicle, so it's this section here. A great feature on here is that there are two entrances, one on either side, so that allows you quick, easy access into the vehicle without having to come in through the awning. You'll also find that this area has a ground sheet which will come along the ground and then up the side of the van, and it just tucks under the ground sheet of the awning. And that's of course going to reduce drafts within that area as well. And of course it is covered with the same fly sheet that we use on the tent, so completely waterproof as well. So we have designed these awnings to be able to fit a lot of different types of vehicles. So depending on the setup that you have on your vehicle, there should be a way of being able to attach this really simply and really easy. For more details on that, you can of course check out our pitching video on our website at outwell.com, where we will go into the details of all the different types of attachments that we have. So at the back of this particular awning and on the side of the Ocean Road, you will find that we have the entrances into the link access zone. So we just open this up. This is the area that I mentioned earlier on, which is completely covered, allowing easy access in and out of the vehicle. So as I mentioned before, all of the awnings within the collection have got these really large tinted windows throughout. But if you want a little bit more privacy, you will find that each window has its own curtain. So you can just see here that we have this one rolled away at the moment. Now this can either be brought up halfway because there are toggle points at the sides, or of course it can be fully closed for full privacy as well. The ground sheets that we use throughout the collection are a real good quality, completely waterproof polyethylene material with hydrostatic heads of 10,000 millimetres. You can see here that they are fully sealed, so they are bathtub in style. They come up at the edges, stopping any drafts from coming in, and also keeping out things like dirt, dust or sand, and more importantly, those unwanted bugs. So for all of the awnings within the Touring collection, you will find that we offer a good range of optional extras. This would be fleece carpets for inside, giving you a little bit more comfort underfoot. We also have footprints available to go underneath the ground sheets, which will keep these clean and dry on those sort of wet and muddy pitches. For the country road versions, we do have inner tents, which can be placed on either side as an optional extra. We also have our inlays, which is the insulated carpets for the bedrooms. And I just want to highlight that the Ocean Road actually already comes with large bedrooms that can sleep up to 5 people. So also, just remember you can check out more details of each individual model on our website at outwell.com. And we also have the pitching videos that I mentioned earlier on. So that's all the features then from the Touring collection. Thank you very much for watching.